he's like, I ain't like that laugh.
Yeah, it's a different laugh.
That's a different laugh. I don't like that laugh.
Yeah.
It's not, you're not laughing with me. You're laughing at me.
Yeah.
Am I creating a space for people to laugh at me?
Headphones with us wearing headphones on? No?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay,
That's
you're
fine.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's cool.
Yeah, I used to get the
Also-
thing you guys have, the little ear.
Oh,
thing.
yeah. That
That's
helps
the
a
next
lot.
investment.
Yeah.
We're working on that.
It looks
Don't
good
worry.
on camera. Like, I like how it
Exactly.
looks on
Does.
camera. I feel like an R&B
Yeah.
singer.
Like a special
Exactly.
agent. Either that or a special agent. Or it's like,
Even when I'm like putting it in, like
talk to you
What
right
was
now.
if it falls out and I'm putting it back in on camera, I'm like, ooh, I'm so cool.
If I'm making a point, I tap it a little bit. Yeah.
I used to love going to like certain retail stores that had those.
Oh
And
my
I'm
God, the little, like,
"Oh,
in-ear
that's so
things?"
sick.
Nah, that's trauma for me, bro.
Oh yeah,
Really?
Where'd you work?
Undies. No, I didn't work there. But I'm saying I got stopped by that. I didn't steal. My friend did.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
Every time I see those guys, I'm like,
Oh yeah, me and my boy robbed. Was it Sears that was at Yorkdale? I think it was Sears. And I didn't know he stole anything until we left. We left and 5 niggas just converged on us. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
what did you say when they do that? Like, it's not me.
I was like, I didn't take anything.
Okay, same. I was like,
then-
I didn't do anything.
And then it seemed like I was snitching on
Exactly.
him. And so I was like, oh, let me shut up.
That's crazy, man. Not to let you know they're implicating you with them and everything.
Right.
you know,
Did you also get banned for life?
You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on,
You already
come
know.
on.
Did you also,
Exactly.
get the ban? Did you get banned for life as well?
No, because they found all the stuff with him.
No,
And then when they
yeah.
checked the cameras, they saw I was just chilling.
Same, and I still got banned for life.
Damn.
What?
Yeah. From
That's
like, I can't say the names, but yeah.
Malvern Town Center?
No. I wish it was a small spot. It's like,
I'm
no.
banned from Malvern Town Center.
Bro,
Are
winner-
you?
Yeah, I
actually?
stole
What?
groceries there when I was homeless. And
Oh,
they
you
caught
can tell
me
the story.
black
How
and
many?
it was-
scenes-
Actually?
Actually,
Yeah.
I know all your scenes.
Like banned for life?
I don't know about for life, but
That's
at least for that
crazy.
year. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, at
They
least for
got
that
a good
year.
rotation of work because they probably forget you after a couple
Come
years.
on,
You're good.
man. I gave him a
Yeah.
sob story. He told me I was looking after my little brother. My parents had left us. They were dead
See?
or strung out on crack. I can't remember what I said at the time.
Strung out on crack is-
I just made a whole story. I was crying. It was great.
You were crying.
It worked. Oh, man. I got my Leo bag.
Master manipulator.
Whoa. At that age, homeless? Yes. That's all I had.
Oh my God.
Fair. That's fair.
Welcome back, guys, to the Cousin
Connection
podcast.
podcast.
And today we got 2 very special guests
Yeah, we're really excited.
from
about
the
this one.
Extra Gravy podcast, Marlon and Duke.
Yeah.
We got like a little clap. One second. You guys can't hear shit.
Yeah.
You guys can't hear it in there, but whatever.
Who's that? Come on. Oh my God, you came out?
Oh my
I
God.
hate when they
Was
Shit.
it you? No.
I hate that.
But like as a listener, I've been seeing you guys going on all these different podcasts.
Yeah.
I know you guys have a secret reason for this tour. Like you guys, or is this just like, you
You guys
know,
got an
spreading the love?
announcement?
Yeah, no, we
Nice.
just want to see what other pods are saying.
Yeah.
And
Really?
like,
Yeah.
I feel like we don't collaborate enough
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
Toronto. And like I seen especially with the New York scene, when I first
Yeah.
started listening to podcasts, the majority of the reason why they blew up was just the collaboration.
Those
and
crossover
intermingling,
episodes, yeah,
the
exactly.
crossover
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
episodes. And like, and people just really love, like I love a crossover episode.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Four Minds, Joe Budden just did a podcast episode. And I was like, I love,
Yeah.
they're both hilarious apart.
Yeah.
Together,
Yeah.
this is going to be great. So
Yeah.
And even like
Yeah.
rewinding more, like growing up, like you watch like That's a Raven. Mix
Yes,
and stuff.
I was
Come
thinking
on.
of
Those
that
crossover
too.
episodes are always great.
Yeah,
so it's like,
yeah,
why
yeah.
not do it for the city?
Urkel or Cosby.
this guy went way
Cosby's
back.
son was on Fresh Prince. You had Urkel
Oh,
on Fresh
the
Prince.
old crossovers. I think
Yeah.
like Urkel was on. What is it like?
Yeah.
Smart Guy, not Smart Guy.
Urkel
There's-
dated Ashley Banks.
Really?
Did he?
Yeah, in the last
How?
season. In the last season,
It was in Fresh Prince, right?
Yeah, so when she
Okay,
loses
that's
her
what it was.
virginity.
Yeah.
When she's gonna lose her virginity.
To him?
Yeah.
I didn't see that episode.
Because
Terrible writing.
they're dating. He's her boyfriend. He's going off to college.
Yeah.
And they're planning this big night, and her and her girls are like, I think it's gonna happen or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Way.
they just got this like security intercom in the house.
Yeah.
And so Carlton and Will were trying to fix it, and they tapped into her room at the right time and heard everything. And they're trying to foil the plans.
Of course.
Yeah,
they would
it was
do
lit.
that.
But then and then Cosby's son was in the episode where he crashes into Will's car, and they have like a whole remember the whole courtroom debate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
That was part of
because
it?
he wasn't wearing his glasses. Theo, yeah,
Yo, okay, wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
bring
Fresh
back
Prince
black
addict.
sitcoms, man.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we're really missing on those.
We got
right now.
Insecure, but it's not a sitcom. It's, I
Yeah,
think it's a
you
great
You know what I
important black
miss
show.
more
Yeah.
is the studio audience.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I feel
Yeah.
like that made me feel like home. Like even now, I
Yeah.
find myself like watching TV that has commercials. Cause
Really?
like I'm so,
Oh.
it feels so cozy
Nostalgic.
and like
Nah.
I get that.
it feels so like I don't know. It feels like I'm home because I'm so used to I grew up in the era of
Yeah.
commercials being on TV, no streaming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
streaming is just you're playing it straight through, and that's amazing. I love that for binging, but for just chilling at home, like some background noise. Sometimes you want to hear a Windex commercial or something.
You know,
I'm
low-key,
not mad at that. Yeah.
Yeah, like low-key watching like the Jays game when they're having the series or whatever. Like getting back to commercials, like, you know, this is nice. Also, it helped that my company had a commercial on there. So I was like,
What's your company?
did you guys see Metro? There's like it was very like.
This guy owns Metro.
You own Metro?
Holy,
different.
holy, guys, my life's gonna change right now, yo.
It's like a waste management company.
Finally.
Still got a day job here, guys. But yeah, so seeing us on there and everything, it was different. But
Wait,
it was
you were in
definitely
the commercial?
I was in the back, like in a corner. You know,
fire.
it's like a small one, whatever.
CEO business, you know,
Yeah.
it can't be front facing. I get
Little
it.
cameo.
For real.
Yeah. Can't get
But
sued
it
that
was
way.
kind of
Exactly.
jarring. It was kind of jarring because like I'm a YouTube premium guy, you know.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute since I seen the commercial.
No.
Yeah.
And even now, when I'm like accidentally on my wife's YouTube page and I see an ad pop, I'm like, get the shit out here, change the page.
Yeah, I
the
know.
page
I
right
just
now.
got premium, changed my life.
Right?
It does.
Is
Right?
It's
it
actually
good?
like jarring because you're so used to YouTube ads that a
Yeah.
video turns on and like you put your hand on the mouse because you're ready to skip ad.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come up. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is nice.
And I didn't, because I hadn't seen it for so many years, I didn't know that it escalated so much. Like, remember early YouTube days, it was just like the little pop at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then maybe on the side. And eventually it was like a 15-second ad that you could skip. Then it was a 50-second ad you couldn't skip.
Yeah.
Then it turned to like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And like you can skip, but it skips to another
one.
commercial.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
Can't
YouTube,
escape
yeah,
it.
when you're watching YouTube in the shower, you can't do it because I put
Yeah.
on speaker and stuff. So
Oh,
I'm like,
that's-
I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Just mad ads just back to back.
I've just found out how to port over my Spotify playlists and library to YouTube.
You can do
Oh,
that?
You can do
So
that?
once you have YouTube Premium,
Oh,
you
you're
fully
have
converted.
YouTube Music. Yeah, I'm fully converted. Because what I thought about, I'm like,
Yeah.
why am I doing it that way when, first of all, there's so many like mixes on
Yeah.
YouTube that I
True.
want to listen to that are also on SoundCloud, but then
True.
that's SoundCloud. It's like opposite. So it's
Yeah.
like my music isn't on SoundCloud. But if I can have it all in one place and go listen to mixes
Yeah.
without being in the app,
It's a good point.
picture
Can you,
in picture on YouTube too,
you
when you're
download the
like
music?
on your phone is sick.
can you download the music though?
You can, they get you.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
very
See how
smart.
they try when you don't have premium, they're like, oh, you could download
Yeah.
music if you have premium. You download it, but it stays in the YouTube
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
library. It doesn't
Yeah,
go
yeah.
onto your phone, which I
Yeah.
thought.
Ah.
Yeah, that
So
would have been cool.
So then, can you still use it if you don't have data?
Yes.
Okay, then
But
that's-
the thing is it sucks for like us who do video content
Yeah.
and like we want to rip a song or we want to rip
Yeah.
a video. The download doesn't.
Exactly.
You still got to use YouTube to MP3,
Yeah.
which is
Okay.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
yeah.
premium. I'll never
Nah.
have to go to
They
a
got
third
you.
party site again.
I literally
got
thought
you.
the same thing because I edit all the videos and everything, and we could put in clips. Doesn't work. At
Yeah,
all.
no.
You gotta still go to those
Still
like
gotta go.
sketchy sites.
YouTube
Pop-ups.
MP3.
Yeah, exactly. You already
God,
know.
I already know, bro.
Yeah.
The
we
pink
go
one?
through editing. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pink one's the only one that works
that's
now.
the one.
The rest of
for
them don't work
videos,
anymore.
audio, yeah, all that stuff, bro. You got to
The
just
blue
drop
one
that
used
in.
to be the best.
And it'll be like 5 downloads, and you're like, which one is the real one?
Exactly,
You're
yeah,
like
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
cut the right one.
Yeah. Because they're giving you all like different resolutions. too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I have so many random sounds in my library.
Oh
iTunes.
my
Mhm.
gosh.
Same.
Yeah, no, you gotta clear those every like 4 months.
I need
Yeah.
to. I need to.
Nah, I'm a hoarder. I hoard every single sound because you never know you need that one
Yeah.
sound
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
video,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
I've
You gotta
started
throw it in
collecting
there.
an assets folder and
Yeah.
like try to filter out ones that I definitely will not use
Yeah.
again. But yeah, there's a bunch like the Arthur flashback sound.
Mhm.
I just used that
Oh, you need
today
that.
again. I was
The-
like,
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
need this a
Mhm.
lot.
I have that listed under Dream on my thing. I have, that. I have Metal Gear Solid, the shing that I always use. I have so many.
Y'all are
That's
still
jokes.
PC editors, right? I know this
yeah.
is a thing. Oh, okay.
Final
okay.
Cut,
I don't know
yeah.
how kids do it on the CapCut these days.
Well, I do the
He's there.
final
You're on-
clip
what?
on CapCut. So I've edited it all together. I cut what needs
Yeah.
to be cut. And even like cropping, like
Yeah.
I find is easier on CapCut.
Really?
Like, yeah. It's like you go in there and you make your cut or whatever.
Yeah.
And you just pull to where you need it. Like it's really so
But with
easy.
the
It's
fingers and
actually-
everything, is it
Yeah,
accurate?
and I actually don't even use a desktop CapCut. Like there's a desktop CapCut.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
And I
knew
don't
about
use it.
that.
I use the phone specifically especially because
Yeah.
majority of people are gonna see it on the phone. So
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
know what it's
Yeah.
gonna look like.
Good point. Good point.
And like for editing wise,
Mm-hmm.
it's just it's dope, man. It's really dope.
Okay.
I wish I had, but man, if I had that technology,
Yeah.
when I first started YouTube,
Oh, it would have been a problem.
oh my gosh,
Yeah, it would've
my
been a
number one
problem.
problem was editing at first, right?
Yeah.
and like you kind of want to get that taken care of. Like
Mm.
that's probably my next goal is to like for us to get an editor,
Bro.
because
Honestly, that's a big thing for us too. Yeah.
yeah, because we noticed especially with the studio,
Yeah.
we're in a studio we pay for now, and before we were setting up like everywhere we went, right?
Yeah.
And
That
it's
takes time.
so taxing. Like,
It is.
I know you guys.
That's
you
why
guys
I did
have your
this.
shit,
Yeah, exactly.
It's so taxing, and then by the time you sit down and you're ready to talk, like especially if you have a guest or something, you're like, okay, what was I going to talk about? Like,
Exactly.
and then you're still thinking, is the sound still going? Is the battery
Right,
charged? Is that mic in? Like, did I forget? Because there are so many times you do forget one or two things.
I've heard your early episodes. I know.
Oh man! So you were in the trenches. With us.
Literally, when the audio was clipping. And
Yeah, it was bad, man. Oh my god, so many red. just it's like vocal frying.
I look at it, it's like, you're just like, I can't do anything about this. If I lower
It's a
this,
Zoom
the whole episode's
H4n.
screwed.
It was like if I the ones where I did lower it, people were like, I can't hear you talk.
Exactly.
Normally
You
now.
have to just eat that. It's like, listen, I'm trying.
Yeah, when they came out with the Rodecaster, it honestly changed my life.
Really, you're using Rodecaster?
Yeah, well, now it's the Rodecaster 2, but before the first one, oh my god, I was like, this is a godsend, man. Like, it wasn't crazy expensive, but it was just a good enough price where it made sense to invest in it.
Yeah.
And then when we started using it, people were just like, "Oh, guys sound so good." I'm like,
Yeah, that's what
this
you
is
want
the
to hear.
same mics, like.
That's the feedback you want to hear. Yeah, because I think it's different.
You don't realize.
This
It's a
L
beast.
track. That one's you make fun of it every time. I love that machine. Okay, but it's like it's very tinny, especially in comparison. It's not. Don't do that. It held us down.
Horrible.
It held us down. Don't.
It's so bad.
It held
Is
us
that the
down.
one? There was a time where like your audio was super low for like a good 2-3 months. Was that?
Maybe.
It
I don't know.
might
Sorry,
have
I'm
been, or
calling
it
guys
might
out for
have
this
been
right
like-
now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
See, I was
It
like,
might
yo.
have been like when we first started at this new
It was.
studio,
It was
and,
around
like,
time
it was
to
like
get
a
started.
transitional thing
Yeah.
where it was like I didn't really realize because I don't really listen back to the episodes
Right,
unless,
it was
unless
that.
I'm editing.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
sometimes I don't notice that the levels are low until I get on my phone and then
Yeah.
I put it on there. I'm like, people aren't gonna be able to hear this. And I raise it on CapCut, but
Yeah.
not on like So audio sometimes will go out and
Yeah.
it'll be low.
So I forgive you guys.
That's all.
Yeah.
I'm still using the Bluetooth radio in my car, so I can't turn it up to a certain level. It still starts,
True,
showing out.
true.
It's
I
whatever.
feel
So you gotta keep that in mind though. It's customer
Yeah,
experience.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Keep that in mind.
No, you're giving them the live feedback.
Okay.
To the
Need it.
face.
Need it.
Super,
Need
super
it,
needed,
man.
for sure.
I mean, not like we're perfect. How many times have we
Oh,
had
yeah,
like
yeah. No.
questionable episodes?
Yeah, like as an audiophile, like even me, sometimes I cringe at like the audio or the video.
Yeah.
Like you'll see me as we're recording
Checking
here. I'll
it.
look at all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cameras.
yeah.
I'll
You
look at
have
the
to.
levels.
It's
Trauma.
PTSD.
That's
Literally,
literally,
yeah.
that's literally
It's
trauma. For
Yeah.
sure.
When
And
you
so
hear
many
like the
times I've
camera
done a
turn on.
3-hour episode.
Oh, you're like, what was that?
Oh.
You're just kind of like, is it on? Is it on? Okay.
Yeah.
No, there have been times we're recording and he'll be like, "Oh my god, I forgot to hit record,"
Yep.
and my heart just sinks. I'm
Because
like,
he was too
"Stop."
busy setting up and
Yeah.
making sure everything else was
Literally.
good. And oh, the topics. Oh yeah, we have topics.
I
Yeah.
Nothing worse because if you have a bad day, it's like, I'm trying.
It's like,
It's like, let's do this damn episode. It's
Yeah.
like,
trying to
welcome
pick
back,
something
guys.
off the ground.
Oh my
you
God.
miss it the first 2 times. Or your belt loop gets stuck in the doorknob.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
don't even get me started.
You stay on the floor. Just today's
Always
not
the
my day.
worst day.
Yeah.
Always.
That happens way more often than it should. Getting the belt look like it literally happens at least once a month to me. I don't know
like-
what it is.
Yeah.
Well, they have
These
a saying
handles?
if
It's
one
the
thing,
worst, bro.
if something can go wrong, everything goes wrong or something like that. Because what it is, I notice, especially with like observing my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when one thing goes wrong,
Yeah.
it'll snowball because she'll
Oh,
get
no.
frustrated.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
notice
yeah.
with frustrated people, they move more recklessly
Yeah.
and quicker.
Oh my God.
And so everything is not as neat, and then you
Yeah.
start just messing things up.
Yeah, yeah.
Because and you think the world's out to get you, but it's
Yeah.
like just slow down.
And
Just
then
breathe.
and the cry is loading as well.
I just want to get this done.
They're like, all right, you'll be fine. You're okay. It's fine.
And it's usually like after everything's chill. It's like at least for me, when I'm not trying to call my wife here, or whatever, but like
I'm gonna tell her.
after everything kind of like
Open the
chills
door.
out.
I
then
know,
you- Oh my God. But what I was getting to is that you were talking about Joe Budden podcast, and
Yeah.
honestly, I'm trying, what do they say, glaze too much here? But I
No.
feel like you're like the Canada's call or version of the Joe Budden podcast
Okay.
in my eyes.
I think
right?
that's a compliment.
Yeah.
I think it's a compliment, kind of.
I can see that definitely though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rotating cast. And I was like,
Right, yeah.
That's crazy.
We're here.
How you gonna try to guess like
I'm
that?
sorry.
Exactly. No, that was good. That was good.
Hey, I've been
That's
there
fine.
Yeah, no,
since
rotating
Jason
cast.
Day, bro.
No rotating cast. I definitely, he was one of the biggest inspirations behind me starting
Yeah.
the podcast. His podcast was bubbling when I first started listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
It was like right off the back of his views rant that he went
yeah,
off
2016
of.
then.
And yeah, I think it was noticing that Toronto was missing something like that. Canada as a whole was missing something like that. And I've always wanted our city to be like, have a good ecosystem for the arts where people can come here and go to multiple places, hit multiple things and be like, yeah, I feel fulfilled every time I come to Toronto. Like, this makes sense. It makes sense for my career to be able to be here. And like, if certain people aren't coming to the city, the Netflixes, the Googles, all those people, then it's less opportunities for us to even, what's the point of us doing it, right? Yeah. And so it's more of a lot of the things that I started doing, I recognize as like for the city. Yeah. It's like, my first thought is like, what does the city need? Okay, the city needs, there's a gap here in terms of entertainment. Let's provide it. Because we are a young city. We're 100 and something years old, right?
We still don't even have a proper transit system.
You know what I mean?
Line 6?
Trust me. And then even the black population here, that's immigrants, where that's even shorter time, right? Like we're talking 40 years. And so, it's just something that needs to start. And like, I'm always cool with starting something and not being great at it at first. Because I think starting it is the most important part. And the learning comes from doing the thing, not trying to observe everybody doing the thing and being like, okay, I can perfect it now.
No, you definitely started a lot, especially in the city. A lot. You definitely started a lot, for sure.
You're a new guy, man. Hey.
What are you going to do, right?
We'll get to that later, though.
Damn it.
Don't worry, we have that on our topic.
That's on the docket. Don't worry.
But speaking of radio and like, at least what you're talking about, building new things. I know you started on 93.5.
Yeah.
You're still on full 93.5.
98.7, yeah.
98.7.
I get it, though. That's the black thing.
Oh, my
It's
God.
a black
The
default.
original because for way back.
Black default is
98.7.
93.5. I get it.
My mind just went to
Listen,
it.
BT's on 49 for me. I get it.
It is.
49?
Yeah. See, you're 57, baby?
57.
Yeah, you're 57.
Shout out Scarborough. You weren't.
It was both.
I was 57 at first when I was in Scarborough, and then when I moved to Vaughan, I was 49.
Nasty.
I was pissed.
57 is
I
the
was
one.
livid.
Everyone knows 57.
But I wasn't mad because Teletoon was actually just 47. So it was like a good jump.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was cut in and out, so I didn't, get that privilege or whatever.
He's like, I CTE.
I saw videos when I saw them.
but like, does that come into your mind? Like, is that part of your playbook of using that radio station, almost like how in America they have the Breakfast Club, right? That's kind of like the staple move or the staple place everybody goes to in the city. Or I feel like at this point, the Breakfast Club almost represents like almost the whole East Coast. Yeah. In a sense.
Yeah. It represents all of America. At this point.
All of America. Yeah.
Hot 97, Ebro's show's gone now.
So is it gone now?
Yeah,
he's on Apple, no?
Fired yesterday.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
No way.
The show's gone.
Peter Rosenberg.
17 years? Or what, 13 years?
Something like that. This is longer than that. It's got to be longer than that. They've been going for a minute. But
do you think that's because of... I feel like he hated on the youth a lot.
That's a part of the reason because it never helped the station flourish, and in turn they weren't making enough money to support having that show.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like the investors were like, "Yeah, no, let's just get rid of the show."
Yeah. Because the last clip I saw of him was like, who was he talking to?
Uzi?
Was it Uzi? Yeah, it was like an old clip that was posted or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Now be here.
Yeah.
I think about that clip so often. And it's like, bro, he was so wrong.
Uzi got to have a song called Ebro on his next album because that's gonna be hilarious.
But how do we make that happen? Like, I'm trying to think about like, okay, now you have the radio station. Yeah. And you're working on, and Alicia's still there too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because
I had no plans on, like, there was no calculation in doing the radio show. My boy, Mastermind, who ran Flow for years, they had asked him to run 98.7 because there's a new change in management, and they didn't like what was happening on the radio at that time. Their ratings were in the dumps. It was like 0 point something. I can't remember. Jeez. But like, it was bad. The host was showing up drunk in the morning.
What?
In the morning.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Showing up drunk in the morning, showing up late. Yeah. And just not having any conversation that people were interested in having in the morning. Right. And so when you match that with the fact that Flow isn't a very rich station, there's no backing like a Rogers or a Bell who are backing a lot of these major radio stations. They're giving away $10,000. They're paying people's rent every week, giving away trips to Jamaica every week. Like, we can't compete with that. We're giving away concert tickets. Yeah. And so when you match that with the bad hosts, it's like, why is anybody gonna listen to this? You know what I mean? There's nothing redeemable with it. So he hit me up and had asked me, and Extra Gravy show with Norm and Alicia, we had done a Vibe 105 takeover for 2 weeks. I hated it.
Really?
I was like, this is ass, bro. Like, it's so repetitive. It's the same songs. I don't get to choose songs.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get to choose songs. We're talking for 2 minutes in between songs. That's not even enough time to talk. We talk for 3 hours and a half.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I don't know
it's
how
like,
you guys do that still. To this day,
we
man.
don't anymore. Thank God, but
Thank God.
yeah, I was just like, it's not for me, right? And then fast forward to the end of the year, he got this opportunity and he hit me up and he was just like, hey man, like I know you didn't really enjoy that, but this is gonna be a way different thing this time around, and like I'm spearheading everything. And once he told me he was in charge, I was like, okay, dope. First of all, it's a dying thing in the city, and it's one of the staples of the city. Like I remember so many moments with Flo that I grew up on, like Drake taking over for his first single, and how everybody's just huddled around a radio like it was the 40s or something. It was crazy. And then just listening to OTA Live back in the day when I was a kid and all that stuff. And I was just like, man, I used to think these people were celebrities. I started from scratch, Red, all these people. I could be that, like, for the city. That's dope, right? And I get to practice comedy the whole time, right?
That's true.
So I was just like, yeah, let's try it out. Obviously, as a content creator, not a stable income. I was like, okay, a steady check for the first time in 7 or 8 years. This would be nice.
Rent will be easier.
Yeah, exactly. The one less thing to worry about. You know what I mean? So yeah, it just made sense from that standpoint. And yeah, it's been fun. Obviously, like I said, we don't have a lot of money. So there's a lot of things that I would change that I can't. But
at least the fact that you don't have those bigger companies that can influence what you're doing. I'm sure you probably have a little bit more say on what you can play right now.
No.
Oh, really?
No,
okay. I thought without like Rogers or Bell being in there.
I mean, I change things around once in a while, but like, no, I can't. We have like a music programmer, so like they go in and they program everything. So people constantly DMing me like, oh, Marlon, too much soca, too much Afrobeat. Sucks.
Right.
Yeah. But the content, like the thing about Breakfast Club, I feel like they make a lot of content around it, right? Like I don't think I've ever actually listened to the radio specifically. Yeah. But I've seen their content online. They'll post their interviews and everything on there.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the next step in this, right? Money. Hey, you know what?
Who's gonna record it? Not me.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not paid for that.
Yeah, funny enough, I feel like the podcast is that kind of middle ground that's missing, right? Because like, you do have those artists kind of come on this platform, and it's a way more less structured, I guess, freer conversation that you're having, which is what's needed. But I do understand that. Like, I felt the same way too about we don't have that platform for the city.
Exactly.
So yeah, for sure.
Like if it was up to me, like, and I had the money to do it, I would. Yeah. Trust me, I would do it.
That's the issue with being like a smaller country, and in that like population wise, like you're talking, what is New York, like 33 million? I don't know what it is. It's like high.
New York is like 10, 12 million.
No, is it 10 to 11 million?
California is like 39 million.
Yeah, California is like 36
more than all. Well,
Canada,
close to all. I think we're at 40 something.
We're at 40 now?
Are we at 40 now?
I thought we're at like high 30s.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, but
basically equivalent to California in population.
Literally, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah,
you don't
we have
about
so much
that.
space.
I know. Well,
if you fly across this country,
we
have so much space.
Not livable.
But like
very livable.
Get out of here.
They're just not trying.
When
is
you
that
say
what it is?
They're just not trying.
I don't think they'll let you, buddy.
Yeah.
They
don't like us over there.
They don't let
They don't like us over there.
No, but they don't even let their
some
own people there.
They'll let them.
There's nobody there. Yeah, but let them.
But like when
get them out of here.
When they think of livable, they mean like we need summer at least like 4 months out of the year. You can't be staying in somewhere like
we don't even get that here.
Yeah,
but
you
like
don't even get that in
our
Alberta.
summers.
I guess so.
It's like no, there's too much land here for us to be all in one spot.
But who's gonna make that move? That's the thing.
Well,
someone's got to do it.
Well, that's why you bring in people. If you want to bring in people the right way, bring them in the right way. Create infrastructure. Create a new place for them to go, where there's new opportunities, a new place where they can build a new home instead of bringing them where everybody already is.
Yeah, right. Infrastructure is like a huge thing. Like I've known people who lived here and they're like, let's try out Sudbury or something, right? Yeah. They went there for like 2-3 months and they're like, there's literally nothing there. Yeah. The industry's not there. So they had to move back, right?
But I would build it. And that's the difference. Yeah. It's like some people just don't think that way. It's like, okay, there's nothing here. That's an opportunity. Yeah. That's not a detriment. You know what I mean? That means there's a gap.
Yeah.
Fill the gap.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
We kind of filled the gap with like when it comes to us starting our podcast too.
Oh yeah, kind of.
Like we had a gap in our community because I was listening to you guys for many years now, and then there's also like I also listened to like Relentless Diaries and who else is out there? Y'all for y'all. I guess Random Order now. We had those guys, but like
ROTM is
ROTM. My bad. I had it written out just like but like. You know, we're visibly first of all, she's visibly Muslim, right?
Yeah.
And we're also Ethiopian, and I guess
true.
This is the first visibly Muslim podcast I ever seen.
See, exactly. So we have a different perspective that we can bring, right? Because we have completely different experiences too. Like listening to you guys, I literally listen to you guys just to get an understanding of your other experiences. Because I'm like, you guys are talking about
so detached from the world.
Yeah, so detached from it. So that's where I get all my information, right?
And that's the interesting thing about Toronto is like I noticed that after I did shit Toronto, people say I'm like, oh, we're living in different algorithms. Almost. Like everybody's got a different Toronto that they can. That's true. Because there's so many white people like I've never heard this in my life. Like this is monkey talk. What is this? Like,
Really?
Nobody talks like this in Toronto.
That's
like,
crazy,
there's
bro.
thousands of those comments.
Yeah.
And so, but I get it. It's very jarring, right? If you like were to see something that you've never seen in Toronto and people are like, this has been.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Right.
What am I doing? Am I doing something wrong?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So it's interesting.
Yeah. And like, even when it comes to how we speak, like I grew up here. Like this is literally the house I grew up in. I don't live here anymore, but I don't sound like my cousin who is maybe only a couple years younger than me, but sounds straight like Roadman, like Toronto man, right?
And there's so many different dialects of the Toronto.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no one way to say it. You
know
what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no one way to say
There used to be a standard.
Yeah.
Now it kind of got a little.
It's too mainstream now.
Yeah.
So.
It's regional for sure.
Yeah. But it became mainstream. And when you say mainstream, I feel like it's because kind of going to the little controversy that's been going on. It's because a lot of people have been exaggerating it to a degree.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that's why almost Toronto can't really be taken seriously on the main stage is because the people who are getting the attention are kind of making it a joke in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Like even how they exaggerate the language and how they talk about it, they don't take it seriously.
I get it to an extent because like a lot of the people who are doing it are much younger, right? So like we're talking some of them even second generation, right? And the Toronto man, especially like the accent of it.
Yeah.
Jamaicans and West Indians who started using it is almost like we're in on the joke. Like it's a joke for us and we're doing it, but it's not a joke for you guys. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when Dave Chappelle was on his last episode he was filming and he heard a white person laugh at one of the jokes, but he's like, I ain't like that laugh.
Yeah, it's a different laugh.
That's a different laugh. I don't like that laugh.
Yeah.
It's not, you're not laughing with me. You're laughing at me.
Yeah.
Am I creating a space for people to laugh at me? You know what I mean? And I don't think people recognize the difference between saying funny things and saying things funny. And there's two types of people when it comes to comedy.
Yeah.
And it's those two types of people. And people who say things funny will always run into issue with people who say funny things because it's a different level of comedy. And one is very lowbrow.
And intellect.
One is very lowbrow and low-hanging fruit and easy and almost ignorant. You know what I mean? And the other one takes actual thought where you wouldn't be punching down on somebody. And people who say things funny tend to punch down more than they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But do you think the damage is already done on the main stage of like how...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you see in the comments immediately, like if I'm on TikTok, right? Yeah. Even if it's just someone who's talking with a slight Toronto accent, you know Toronto accent, right? Immediately, first 5 comments are like, "Yo, what's that accent?" They're making fun of that Canadian accent. Yeah, exactly.
It's a mix of a couple things. Obviously, the Drake Kendrick beef didn't help because it became very xenophobic.
Yeah.
The way Kendrick did that whole Crody line thing, it was funny, cool, but like, where did he get that from?
Right.
Did he get it from a real Toronto person or did he get it from some exaggerated video that made us sound stupid?
Right.
And then in turn makes the city look stupid.
Yeah.
And now people can use it to clown us at any time. Before, when you went to America, they clown you because they didn't think black people were there. Now they know we're here and they think we're weirdos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Voices. Yeah.
And we're doing these voices and like, even a regular like Toronto man who's speaking like a Toronto man, there will be some ridicule, but like they're hearing it's coming through a filter now.
Yeah.
It's no longer they're just hearing us and like, oh, that's different. Because when Drake first came out and was saying certain things, Americans were adopting it quick. Tings, the amount of people saying tings in Houston and all these different things. And so it's like, it was cool at one point.
Yeah.
But then something happened where now there's a filter, even if you're speaking normally.
Yeah.
They hear tutu's my word and all this other shit. They don't hear anything else. And that's a part of the problem with Americans in general is like the reference point is always the first thing that they know about, which is usually something stereotypical or racist.
I think, try to push back, add a little bit more. What I think is like, Americans always viewed us as little brothers, right?
Yeah.
And then Drake came around, obviously, started making shit cool, and they started saying, oh, the women are actually liking this guy. And then it introduced a new lingo, ting, stuff like that. They're like, wait a minute, you're not cool. So even then, they're adopting the language, but they're still looking at us with a certain perspective, right? So it's like, when now this moment of like Gerber, blah, blah, they're like, there it is. That's the true Canadian corniness. And so now we're going to clown you for this.
It just reinforced like their idea of us, basically.
100%.
And they're threatened.
Exactly.
They're threatened. Like what he's saying is like, we have the top 3 streaming artists in the world are Canadian.
True.
Weekend, Bieber, and Drake.
Right? They're threatened by that. They, as much as they like those artists, they don't want to lose their position. Nobody wants to stop being number one.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, especially from Black Americans, because they can recognize when people who have a power don't want to relinquish that and spread it equally. But they can't identify it in any other situation. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So, it's wild.
But like, when it came to actually, sorry, I was gonna go back to what you said earlier. I feel like the catalyst for all of this too might have been that video with that girl, that white girl. What was her name?
Oh yeah, Sick to My Stomach.
Yeah, Sick to My Stomach.
That was the main thing.
That was like the first main thing that really popped off.
Yeah.
And then,
no, I'll go back even further. And I know it's not accent related, but Rob Ford.
Actually,
I really think that was what began it. Yeah. Because he was on Kimmel and stuff. And they're like, yo, your mayor does crack. And that's when they kind of started paying attention to more than Drake about our city. Right, okay. And so after that, it wasn't much longer until, like, I think it was during the pandemic that went viral, the Sick to My Stomach shit.
I want to say around that.
Yeah, I think it was around that time. And so, like, it was just a snowball effect of the only things that go viral out of the city is fuckery.
No, exactly. 100%.
And so it now it's like you're only gonna see go viral because that's what they want and expect algorithmically. And so now you've made the city a clown via social media.
I just wish that, like, we have so many big names that came out of the city. I wish, outside of Drake, of course, they actually claimed the city like they really mean it. No, I feel like that would have really helped us, especially like someone like The Weeknd. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know how he kind of does.
He does a lot of things for the city. He doesn't outwardly express his love for the city.
That's what it is, right?
He does love the city. We know that. Like, the amount of philanthropical things that he's done yearly is like more than most people. But I think in terms of his relationship and coming back to the city often, we don't see him here. You don't hear him shout out Toronto. You don't hear slang. He kind of tries to stay very
at a show sometimes.
But he kind of it's one of those like, oh, Republicans buy Jordans too. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not gonna go too entrenched into anything. It's very surface level because I'm a pop star and I need to maintain that. Otherwise, I become regional and now people only want to listen to me over here.
Exactly.
How do we bridge the gap between like our generation? I don't know if I kind of consider myself about your generation and the youth, because now I feel like, you know, in that video that came out where they said like, who is this guy, right? Who's this new guy? Like you have been in this city for a minute, right? Like,
but that's algorithms, right? Like I don't blame them for not knowing who I am. I don't expect everybody to know who I am.
You should do your homework.
It's algorithms, but it's also like, it's generations are always going to want to separate themselves somehow, right? I don't want to be like those boomers, those unks, those, you know what I mean? They're always, even if it's something they like, it's like, think of the times when your parents wanted to put something on TV and you're so against it, you're like, oh, here we go. But then they put on something and halfway through, you're like, this is kind of dope. But like, you can't show them because you were making a fuss about it in the first place. So now you got to stand on business. It's the same thing with the younger generation. They don't want to admit that they like some of the things that we like because then now they'd be considered unks and they're into unk shit. And so I don't think there is a bridging the gap. It was the same thing with our generation. The same thing with every generation that's gonna come. They're always gonna want to separate themselves.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The age thing is not a flex, bro. The goal is to age, right? So
when they get to 29, that's when they'll realize that you just turned 30, so you realize that. 4 years ago, you couldn't tell you that.
Yeah, you could.
I know you were calling niggas unk nonstop.
No, I wasn't.
You called me unk.
But that's jokes, you know what I mean? That's jokes. It was. Trust me, I was always like, I was always very old at heart, so it's like I'd have that perspective, like, bro, I have like older siblings and shit. You know what I mean?
You're also African though, so it's like there's a reverence for elders that you have
100%.
that's cultural.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Whereas I don't think that's necessarily cultural for everyone.
Right, and I hate it. Seeing it happen is like, this is so embarrassing. Like, why are you talking right now?
That's the old soul right there.
It is. It really is. It's like, what are you doing? I don't know.
Listen to your elders.
Exactly. Shut up.
But maybe it's less of like bridging the gap or more of like giving respect to those who did it before you, right?
That's all it is.
That's what mainly it is, right?
Yeah.
Like you mentioned the African thing where we do that, but I don't know, it's not in the youth these days.
There's not a lot of longevity in not paying homage to those who came before you. Because if people see that you have no respect for them, they won't respect you because they respected those people. And so who do you think you are? You know what I mean? It's like and me, I'm not a person that's like, you gotta kiss the ring or anything. I don't care if you don't respect or don't watch my shit or I'm nobody. It's fine. But like trashing me when you don't know me is crazy as well. Because it's like I never trashed you.
Right.
I know your content, and so I spoke on your content. I don't know you. You know what I mean? So it's like I spoke on your content. You haven't seen my content. How can you speak?
Right.
If you see my content and it's trash you, then cool. That's fine. And say why it's trash, because I said why yours is trash and why it's detrimental. Like that's my main point. It's not even at the quality. Tons of people make trash content. I'm not gonna call out every single person. But if it's hurting a certain community, especially my community, I'm gonna speak up.
Yeah, we should do it. And then like, I don't know, I just as Africans or like how we're growing up, I feel like there's a lot of you can not agree or not even like someone's content, but there's like a certain respect that goes with it, right?
Exactly.
And I feel like that's what's missing with the youth.
And even this whole thing like that's going on with like the conversation in the city about like, you know, Caribbean culture or Jamaican culture specifically kind of being bastardized and everything else. As Africans, I'm obviously on the pod as well. I'm more quiet with this. I'm 100% agreeing with him because I'm seeing it happen as well. And another little side point, I'm so happy that he's saying this on cam. Just in terms of like him saying, like, no, I did this. Because a lot of times he'd be like, why? Why? But it's like, now I'm happy because like, yes. And also seeing the public agree and say, yes, 100%. He paved the way.
People always want me to jump out my body. And I'm like, I don't think it's too many times backfire on people that like, I'd rather I know what I've done. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's you even jumping out your body. I think it's really just affirming.
Well, lately I feel like it's important because it's almost black erasure at a certain point. When you're saying like, oh, Toronto wasn't doing anything before 2020, then people will stop looking before 2020. You know what I mean? And the amount of black creators that literally created the ecosystem of content creation in the city.
Right.
You'd be insane to say that. And so like at a certain point, you have to be like, hold on. Let's not forget. Like, I'm not going to beat my chest. I'm not going to say everything that I've done because I can say a lot. But let's not forget where this started. And I'm never ever just highlighting myself either. It's like the Four Y'alls, the Latoya Forevers, the Gal Cast, the Shannon Boudram. Those girls are wild. Like there's so many people that had a hand in this even before me. That it would be crazy for you guys to just be like, no, it started in 2020.
Nah,
that's crazy. That's such a crazy claim. I'm sorry.
And one thing I'm kind of sad of, because actually my sister is an influencer herself, and I noticed that like Canada almost has like a brain drain in influencers, right? But I feel like if that didn't happen, if people actually stayed here, I know it kind of like limits growth in a way, right? I know it's the opportunity, but there's so much more. There could have been so much more collaboration on those, and I know you were collaborating with a lot of them too. But the moment that the call came from the U.S., once that visa came through, they all moved south, just like my sister.
I was on your page for a long time.
Really.
But there comes to a point, man.
I know.
I know.
Like there's a ceiling on the arts here. It's sad. It's sad to like. Because you always want to be like, nah, not me. You know what I mean? It's you. It's also you. There's too many people I've seen that have won Junos for comedy albums, still doing same $20 shows that I'm doing. Like, there's too many people that have had just huge accolades. And just, if I did what I did here, anywhere else, I'd be a millionaire. Like, there's no question about it. If Four Y'all were doing anything that they're doing here, they'd be on the Golden Globes and shit. Like, I almost think that if office movers were to get over to America, it would quiet a lot of the bullshit that people be saying.
Yeah,
because,
that's
like,
true.
you get a real insight on what Toronto's really about with things like that.
Right.
But like, yeah, it's very, very tough to make it out of Canada on a like. I don't know how to describe it, like an industry level. Like, there's tons of people that make it out, but like, they're out and they're doing their own thing. They're in their own world, and it's not Toronto.
Yeah,
it's more like I don't know. It's not worldwide, but like it doesn't have a location.
They don't want to be like, it's just like the weekend thing. They don't want to be to Toronto because then you're stuck.
You're limited.
You're limited yourself. And the way people view you is limited. So like, if I keep this air of mystery of like, oh, you don't know where I'm from, or whatever the case may be, then it's cool.
I'm surprised every time. Like, I'll be watching some YouTuber who has like 2 million followers, and you see like a streetcar behind me, like, you're from Toronto?
Yeah.
What?
Right? There's a guy, Siobhan Salmon.
Yeah.
A Jamaican creator.
His vlogs are crazy.
Is he the one? I know. He
constantly
films his condo.
films his like moving.
Okay.
My new apartment, my new condo.
Yeah.
He is Jamaican, like fully Jamaican.
Yeah.
And his content's incredible. Never heard of him for years.
Yeah, same.
Like, I found him at like 400,000 subscribers or something.
I think we got him
like
at the same time, bro.
Yeah, like
I think he started in tech. He started in tech.
Yeah, he's
and
a
now
tech
he's more
guy.
lifestyle because like
he's our Marcus.
Yeah,
Like,
Marcus Brownlee for
Marcus.
sure.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
It's so dope to see that there are people that are doing their thing. But like, I do wish there was a lot more like bringing it back and funneling it to others as well. Like, we're all kind of in our own silos. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of part of the reason why we wanted to do the podcast tour thing, because it's like, we're all just doing our things, like, just all are on our own. It's like, we're a part of an ecosystem here.
Right.
People like go throughout the week and go, okay, Cousins Connect Monday or whatever day you guys post, Extra Gravy Tuesday, Relentless Wednesday, like. There's a lineup for the city now that people never had before.
That's true.
So
and like that might be happening because, like you mentioned, with the office movers, but now you got like Late Bloomer, and there's a third one. Oh my
Bria
god,
Mac.
Bria Mac, exactly. So like, I feel like people of color specifically are getting like a lot more opportunities these days, and they're also using the people that they used to work with back in the day, because a lot of these people are YouTubers, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
And like, you were on Office Movers, and then you have
kind of got no choice. When they give you the budget, you like, all right, so no Will Smith this project.
I guess so. Yeah. Hey, but that works in our
hit
favor.
up my homie back at YouTube. yeah. But yeah, no, I think it also, like, little things like that, it gives people an opportunity. It helps them see what's possible as well. There's so many people who've never had that opportunity to be on a set. And it allows you to dream bigger than where you were dreaming before, with the things you thought were possible. You know what I mean? And I feel like we're getting some more opportunities, just not enough. There needs to be way more, especially when we talk about who's running content in this country.
So you're like one or two people.
Like, in this country, the people who are at the head of content and making things that are really impactful, it's the majority of people of color. So it's like, why are we not investing more but to get more? And I think it has a lot to do with Canada's PR and how they want to be seen. Like, we are very good at putting makeup on this pig.
Because a lot of it's government funded too, right? So I feel like they have a lot more influence.
You'll see Ontario at the end of every TV show or film, like Government of Ontario. So it's like, there's definitely a gate that's being kept.
But I feel like it's, slightly creeping up a little bit more recently, right?
Yeah, but even then, it's like, you have to have guys that have been doing it for 10 plus years. To then give him a shot. It's like, oh, look at this. It's like, he's been doing this.
I know.
Right.
You know?
But like you mentioned, it's a young city too, right? And like, even the industry in itself it's been around for a while, but for at least our kind of people, or our people, it's still kind of new to us. At least getting opportunities like these.
Even the people that leave and do well, like, they don't come back. They don't reach back. Like, Lorne Michaels is from Toronto.
Really?
Lorne Michaels is a Toronto
and now running SNL.
And he runs SNL. How many Torontonian comedians have you seen?
I guess like early in the day, you had like Jim Carrey and like...
He didn't. He never had Jim Carrey.
Did he not?
Wait.
Oh, that was Living Color. Oh, shit.
He didn't have Jim Carrey. He didn't have Dan Aykroyd. He didn't have...
he had Mike Myers, no?
What's his name? Not Chevy Chase. dude who has his son as well. They're on Schitt's Creek.
Dan
Levy and his son.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like
Eugene Levy, I think his name is, right?
Eugene Levy and the wife.
Yeah.
Both of them. Those are Toronto kids who were on SCTV, Second City
I remember that
TV,
too. Yeah.
and had their own Mad TV that was Canadian.
Yeah.
And these guys were incredible. You talk about Dan Aykroyd and Mike Myers and shit like. And
Who's our
Lauren
guy?
never reached for any of them.
Who's our guy that dresses up again? Martin Short.
Martin Short.
Really?
Yeah.
Martin Short too?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them were on
Yeah.
SCTV. They're all Toronto kids.
Yeah.
Scarborough, all over the place. And Lauren never reached for none of them. And they're white.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
Lauren's
if
petty. He's a petty god.
it's
He's not
crazy.
reaching for them. He's not
Yeah,
reaching for us
crazy.
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So it's like, it's wild to see like people who do get that opportunity to branch
Yeah.
out. And I get it. It's kind of like, oh, I don't want to. Can't
A
be
lot of
too
them
many
just
of
don't
us.
look-
It's like a mentality of like,
Yeah.
it can't
Scarcity.
be too many.
Yeah.
Scarcity mentality.
This-
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I feel like a lot of them also just
Scarcity?
They don't
Scarcity.
look back. To
Scarce.
No,
Scarcity?
no.
Scarcity.
Is it?
Scarcity?
Scarcity? Oh. I mean,
Sorry,
SL.
guys.
No, scarcity.
No, I speak two
It's
languages.
because he's from
no, no.
Scarborough. That's
I speak
why.
three. My fault. Mixed them up. How many do you speak again? One? Got it. Thanks.
I speak 2 languages.
Really?
Yeah. English and patois.
One's like a
What are you
broken
saying
up
about
version.
patois?
I'm
Patois not
saying it's
language?
like the cousin of English.
It's the
French
cousin of
is
English?
French is
What's
so
the cousin
different.
of Spanish?
I'm not Mexican. I don't know.
Is
You
it
what?
a-
Mexican?
Mexican?
No, I'm not Mexican. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm saying no.
dig the hole.
I'll stay in the hole. I don't care. I love being in the hole.
Yes, think of that.
Oh, can you imagine they have a podcast here? Actually, I was going to ask about that. I know we're kind of like jumping here a little bit. Maybe we'll come back to it. But how does this connection even happen between you guys?
Similar to you, man. Like I
What?
watched this guy a lot. You know what I
Really?
mean? Like in high school and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's when I was doing porn. To be
All
fair.
right. See, now
To be fair.
I skipped those videos.
No, just to be fair.
No, it's not, nothing fair about that at all. I don't want to watch that. But I used to watch him on YouTube, obviously on YouTube when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, I graduate, started a pod like in uni.
Yeah.
Just based on that, just like me like listening to a lot of pods, and then saying like, yo, like I like music a lot. I have opinions. Let me start a pod. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did
Yeah.
that, and then it was going pretty well. It was obviously a small pod still, but then. Got some homies involved and everything else. Managed to get Pink Sweats on the podcast, right?
Nice.
Which
You're
is a
twin.
huge. That's crazy.
Twin Oz.
Twin is crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, so got him on the pod, and then I was like, this is a huge moment. And then I reached out to Marlon on Twitter only because I had met him, like bumped into him like a couple months before, and I'm like, yo, bro, a huge fan of your stuff. Like I have a podcast as well. I don't know if you heard about it. He's like, yeah, I heard, because this guy watches everything, so he just like knows everything.
Yeah.
And then from then, so I had that little channel of communication. So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, can you retweet this? He's like, sure. Super quick. And I'm like, this is hard because he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so I'm like, perfect. He did that. And then fast forward a little bit after that, I'm like, yo, I should like reach out to him, ask him to be on the pod.
Yeah.
I'm like, why not? So I do that. He's like, yeah, sure. I tell the homies, they're like, yo, it's lit, bro. We made it. We made it. So we finally get the episode done. Like,
This is
it
the one in
happened.
the living room where you guys like.
No. This was we shot this in Ajax,
Oh,
and then
okay.
even with that location, I was kind of like nervous. I'm like, bro, like he's probably a downtown man.
Yeah.
Coming out of Ajax, I'm like,
I
bro,
was, yeah.
exactly. But he did it. You know
Man's
what
hit the
I mean?
GO train, bro.
I feel like I have like a content creator intuition. The people who have like automatically like helped out in
Yeah.
content creation
Yeah.
have always gone on to do well. Like it's like Bilal, Trezor, Dem Dog, Femi.
Yeah.
There's so many different people where I was like, off bat, I'm like, you get it. You know what I mean? Like it's just a feeling where it's like you get it. You understand what this is about.
Yeah.
And I would happily co-sign whatever that you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Even if it's in
somebody
its
of
early
him,
stages.
of his stature to do that was crazy. So like, we did
Yeah.
the episode. I know that's the time.
It's just hard. It's just weird.
You gotta
to
accept
hear.
the flowers,
yeah,
man. You
yeah.
gotta
Yeah,
accept the
accept
flowers.
it.
It's fair.
It's okay. We
Legend
know
like
you're
this
humble.
guy. This guy's a legendary guy. With the castle and everything, you know. We did the episode. And it was dope, man. Like the homies, like, yo, bro, this is like, it was tough to witness.
Yeah.
Like people like, yo, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that came out, he asked me to guest host one of his episodes, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I think Norm was away.
Yeah, Norm was away for a month doing a theater play.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he was in Edmonton, and I was like, Alicia was also doing like had a new, I think, hosting like a sport. I think it was Argos.
Yeah,
Oh,
she was
the
doing
Argos.
Argos.
She
Yeah,
first
yeah,
started the
yeah,
Argos,
yeah.
and so there were times where she didn't know if she was gonna be there or not,
Yeah.
and plus she just had a kid and stuff. That was all
Very
fresh.
busy.
And so just trying to juggle that, I was like, yo, I got to make sure I have someone that's going to be there every week.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, he can get some exposure for his pod. Plus, we enjoyed the conversation before. Like, and this would be perfect. So, I asked him to come through, and then he never left. So, can't get rid of the guy.
Got him.
Be honest.
I got him.
He got rid of the others. No, but I noticed that was the thing. Like, when you first started your podcast, I think your first episode, was it? You had someone on there. It was Femi, right?
And Lath.
Yeah, I remember that. And like at first I thought, you guys are doing a podcast together.
No way.
No.
Not a
Really?
With those two, right.
Why?
I mean, you guys used to do YouTube
Why?
videos.
You want to talk about inconsistent?
Okay, got
It would
it.
have been Femi and Lath.
Yeah.
Lath, he's going to be obsessed with it for like 2 months and then be like, I like Taekwondo now. And then move on to that. Femi is just all over the place.
Yeah.
That's a good
Femi.
point.
Yeah, Femi's doing his thing out here, man.
He's doing a lot of things,
Yeah.
always.
He's on BMAC actually. So
Yeah.
shout out to him.
Definitely.
He's actually on your last podcast, no?
Yeah.
But then was it always a goal to have a co-host at some point, or because I know you had Jason for a bit?
At first, I was just going to have a revolving door guest.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this isn't sustainable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in
I don't
not in
recommend
this
it.
city. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I do that right now. It's tough. It's
No
tough.
way. I told him stop.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
get
get a
you a
co-host.
co-host.
Yeah, I
man.
know. I really do. Yeah.
And I feel like in terms of a brand, it kind of just helps to have somebody else to bounce off
Yeah.
Yeah.
because there's so many questions you won't know to ask yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And getting that outside perspective helps a lot. I first got my boy Jason on. He was my ex-roommate. We had just like parted ways in terms of like finding new places. And I was like, we always had dope conversations. We both love, like, are obsessed with music.
Yeah.
So this would be a dope pairing. And he was down. And after a while, he started managing Adria Kane.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So he's like, I got to focus on this. Like, I got to put my all into it. And I was like, cool. And then Norm had just came back from Taiwan. He was stuck there for 3 months.
I remember that story.
They found crumbs in his pocket of weed at the airport. And
Such
so
a
he had to
long
wait
story.
for his court date. And
Oh my god.
he was over there teaching English. And it was when Insta Stories had like just came out.
Yeah.
And so he was just going crazy on Insta Story every day, like, judging people's hairstyles and shit. And it was so funny. I'm like, I got to get this guy's story
Yeah.
because he was my neighbor and my weed dealer before he went there.
Yeah.
He lived one floor below me.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
And he's a comedian too. Like, this will be jokes. And I asked him. And he's like, yeah, sure. I got nothing else going on. And it was just me and him for like 2 years, maybe even 3 years. And then and during the pandemic, Alicia got let go from Flow. A bunch of people got let go. And we were looking for a black co-host, a black female co-host. Because we're like, we have majority black women that listen to this podcast. Like, we have to have some.
Shout out to
voice
black
in the
women
room.
and women in general. They're the ones who really
That's
help
a fact.
podcasts down.
That's
man.
a fact.
man.
For
Black
real.
women,
Fact,
I'm telling
fact.
you.
More
Yeah.
women listen to podcasts. You don't
Yeah.
realize
Yeah.
that.
They're very
Well,
nosy.
Is that your demographic?
No?
I don't
too?
know if more women listen to podcasts.
Oh, sorry.
More women listen to certain types of podcasts.
Yeah,
I'll say
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
If more women listen to your podcast,
You're
you're
doing good things,
right
yeah.
there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys recognize that.
I will say, though, there are guilty pleasure exceptions.
Really?
Joe Budden's podcast has a
Oh,
large
yeah.
female audience.
Oh, really?
And if you were to look at Joe Budden's brand from an outside perspective,
Yeah.
you wouldn't think that.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that either.
Going to old Joey shows is like mad niggas in parkas. And then
Inside.
on top of that, the stuff that they talk about and the amount of men on the show, you
Yeah.
would think it wasn't. But there's a large female contingency that listens to this pod.
For sure.
And so, we wanted a voice in the room to represent the woman.
Yeah.
And, we're two boneheads. We just joke around about everything. And so someone to keep it a little balanced, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And at least just fill that spot great. So, yeah, and then this guy came around.
And I hear a little,
Ruined everything.
but I do hear a little female voice in the background in the recent episodes.
Yeah.
And I know you like.
Oh, yeah,
I know you
yeah.
guys like hinted at having a new host.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hannah?
yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
No way. Okay.
No way.
Hannah,
It's crazy.
absolutely no. Have you
Hannah's
seen
great.
her?
Hannah, yeah.
It's really bad.
Hannah's a character.
If she could fix this, we'll get her on.
Yeah. She's a character for sure.
Yeah, no, Hannah's definitely great. She's that's another intuition thing. She
Yeah.
was intern at Flow for like literally a month. Like, it wasn't that long.
Yeah.
Before she had to go back to school for stuff. But in that short amount of time, I'm like, this girl gets it, man. She just gets it. She has an amazing energy. She's always smiling.
Yeah.
We're on radio at 5:30 in the morning, and she's
Yeah.
all smiles and high energy. And she's starting her own content creation journey. And so asking me tips and like the questions she's asking, I'm like, she cares.
Yeah.
And she wants to get better. She cares about getting better. So yeah, just seeing that, I was just like, yo, you want to come intern over at the pod? Like, I don't have money to give you, but like, you can learn a lot and you can leave anytime you want. Like, you're not obligated to stay.
Yeah.
We need someone for social media and just for like producing topics and stuff like that and keeping us on track, because sometimes we will go on a tangent for like 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So it's like someone to reel us back in and be like, all right, let's get to the next topic. Like, we're gonna miss out on some stuff. So she's doing amazing.
Those are
job.
like we don't even know about those things yet. Like, we're still like, even though we've been in the game for what, 2-3 years now?
Oh, trust
has it
me,
been 5 years?
I didn't think about
in
this stuff.
2021.
Oh, my bad.
I didn't think about this stuff till like year 6. So
Okay,
Yeah.
see, so
yeah,
like there are things that I'm always trying to like learn and like I'm picking up. Like, you see, we got these mics here now,
Yeah.
and like you become.
This is still new though.
Yeah, these ones are still new.
yeah.
This is serious
But-
mics.
These are good
These
mics.
are
Really
very
good
good
mics.
mics,
yeah.
I would say just always think, what else can I do?
Yeah.
That's literally
When I
the
got
thing.
into that mind frame, like, you can ask him every week. I'm in the group chat, like, yo, guys, I think I'm gonna try this week. I think we're gonna try this. Or I think we're
Yeah.
gonna try that. Like, just incremental improvements.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't, nothing needs to be a big drastic thing.
For
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah, like that's literally what we do. We just add like one piece here and there.
Yeah, I heard you say that on the episode with the guys.
Oh yeah, there you go. See, and like
Tweaking
this
it
room too.
makes the most sense. to be
Yeah.
honest.
And like even this room itself, it looks like this now. It might not look like this in a few weeks. We keep saying that, but you know, there are like things you want to change up.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? Maybe this is getting a little stale. Let's try something new,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
for sure.
So yeah, like innovation's always, and also that'll also keep people interested, right? Like if
Yeah.
you're always making
Exactly.
changes, people get tired of you making the same thing every single day,
Yeah.
especially on the internet these days.
Exactly.
But you don't want to change it too much to the point that you shock your audience and they're like, wait.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
going on
Because
here?
they're used to a routine. Which
Exactly.
is why, like, the rotating cast has
Yeah.
been, like, it's always a transition
Yeah.
period,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
that you guys see, and like, for a while, there was no guests. It was just me and Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was on purpose, because I'm like, yo, they have to get used to hearing just
Yeah.
us two. And
But we have to also fortify that chemistry
dynamic.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
exactly what, like, just making like so yeah, we can have episodes without guests and it's still good.
We
Right.
can
All
have
that stuff.
inside jokes. We can have the
Yes,
whole
yes.
thing where it's like there's certain things where we refer to that if you listen,
You
you
know.
know.
Yeah.
You know. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And that's when you start getting into people's routine. And when you
Right.
start getting into people's routine, they want it a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't drift too far off. Like, you can add things as a surprise,
Yeah.
but keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because people get
Yeah.
mad at you, bro. I've had that with my pod too, bro. Like from the beginning, I had my good homie Koti. He was like almost like a co-host a little bit because he was like on a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
And then I have like a bunch of group episodes as well, like with my guys. And then when I stopped doing that, people were like, "Yo, what the hell's going on, bro?" Like in person, like, "Yo, why'd you do that?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "It's my
Don't get
pod."
them used to something you
I
can't
know.
maintain.
Yeah.
It's like a
I
girl.
know.
Trust me, it's like a lot of women.
It's like a woman, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love them. Listeners and pods.
Why do you always have to add the disclaimer?
What do you mean?
Love them.
I can't say I love women.
But I noticed that you guys, like, the thing that you guys can bring different to is that you, speaking of your African background, wait, what was it exactly? It was
Congo,
Congo, right?
I know it's hard
Congolese.
to remember.
No,
Not definitely not.
Last week you
The
guys
heart
had,
of Africa, really.
The waistline of Africa.
The rhythm.
Crazy.
But I feel like that brings a different perspective completely,
sure.
right? Because like we're coming also from a very African experience as well,
Yeah.
and like you're coming from the Jamaican experience. I feel like Africans and Jamaicans, especially in this city, you know,
Yeah.
there can be
Yeah.
sometimes some tensions and
For
stuff,
sure, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
even growing up in the city, like
Are you guys Ethiopian?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
And I feel like the
Oh man,
Ethiopian.
Trump just did you all dirty.
No, say just Somalians
That's
dirty, bro.
Somalis.
No,
Is he going after Ethiopians
yeah,
too?
No, he
What
just
did he do?
signed
Oh,
something
he's coming.
today.
No,
Oh,
he
I
did
saw
not.
that. I
He
saw
just
that.
signed something today.
Yeah, they have to get out within the next 60 days.
No
60
way.
days, yeah.
What?
To
Yeah.
start
What
Out of the
recording.
States?
Not
do?
all Ethiopians.
It's just illegal.
Yeah, the legal
Oh,
ones. The ones that were
no.
here because
Yo,
of the war.
DC's gonna be empty.
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
it's done. Minneapolis is
Minneapolis,
closed.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah. Boston maybe too.
Are there
What
a
is
lot of
going on?
Ethiopians in Boston?
So I know there's
A
a
lot
lot
of
of Somalis.
Jamaicans.
A lot of Somalis.
In
A
Boston?
lot of Jamaicans. A
Really?
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of East
Oh.
Africans.
It's
in Boston,
scary.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, why?
Yeah,
Why
like
Boston?
what? Yeah.
But I think I heard that was one of the first places that they got dropped off.
Really?
Yeah. What a whole Boston Tea Party thing. And
Before they came here?
apparently, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Pit stop. Yeah.
We'll have to know because they all.
Stop.
But I was gonna talk about because like there is a question of like race relations in the city, especially within the Black community.
Yeah.
And I feel like in America, whenever I compare America, like is another idea or something around growth, is that they have almost like a common experience. At least a lot of the African Americans out there. I don't know what it is, maybe because racism over there is like a lot
Well,
more
they've been there for
turned up.
400 plus years.
That
we
too.
got
Yeah.
here 40 years ago. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
trying to find that middle ground ain't gonna happen anytime soon.
And it's hard because of that lack of common experience, it's very hard to come together as a Black community just for a common goal and building us up and creating something new and creating a better industry for each other.
And anti-Blackness runs rampant within Black
it
people
does
as well.
Yeah. Honestly, it's every culture,
when
bro.
you talk about
it's
especially older generations, not necessarily our generation. I don't think we have that problem, honestly, which is what gives me hope for in the future it's going to be a lot better.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we all grew up with each other. They didn't grow up with each other.
That's what it is.
They came here and met these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
With their assumptions.
With their assumptions, preconceived notions. They're getting a lot of their hints from other white people that were here before. Like, those guys.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you're constantly this aspiration to be close or proximity to whiteness. And
they're the model
pull
minority.
up your pants and all this stuff. And you hear from African and West Indian kids of my parents didn't want me to speak in my native tongue in certain places, like work settings or school settings, because it's safety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want you to have the most opportunity possible. That's why they brought you here.
Yeah.
And don't f it up by being all Jamaican.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I remember I went to Jamaica for a month when I was 10, came back full patois, you would have thought I was born there.
Yeah.
And my parents were livid.
Really?
Livid. Because my mom was just genuinely worried for me.
Yeah.
She doesn't want people to judge me for a certain thing that they judged her for, because it's a trauma. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They came here with their normal accents and were treated like shit.
Yeah.
Treated like third world country, just bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean? And all because of how they first presented.
Right.
And that first thing you're going to hear is the accent. You can't help that. So they just want you to have the most opportunities. It's the same reason why a lot of immigrant parents change their kids' first name or give them,
My sister
give them
too.
a very corporate first name that's not their actual name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's you're assimilating and trying your best to give your kids the best opportunity. So I don't blame them.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just trauma.
Yeah.
But it is something that our generation needs to unlearn.
Yeah.
Really fast.
I wish that they figured it out earlier, because me, we're from Ethiopia. We're from a specific part in Ethiopia. I forgot the language. I understand it, but I can't speak it.
What is
but
it? Is it Aramaic?
No, Amharic is the country's language, but we're from a place called Harar, which has a language called Harari. And
an even smaller ethnic
it's
group.
even smaller.
Oh, wow.
You guys know Omar from Half Note?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's my dog.
we're same ethnicity.
Okay,
basically.
dope.
Yeah. He's basically our older brother in a way.
I love Omar, man. He's great.
Yeah, exactly. He's done a lot for us too.
But I feel like our experiences are a teeny bit different, only because I went back home for 4 months when I was 9, and my parents' one dream was for me to learn the language.
Yeah.
And when I came back fluent, they were so happy. They're like, finally. But also make sure you're getting good grades, and I have a very English name. My name is Sarah, so the opportunities are there because people will see that. But then they want me to hang on to the culture as much as possible too.
Yeah.
So you're forced to
it's like a weird, you're being pulled
Yeah,
in
literally.
directions.
Yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
true. Yeah, I'm not. It's the same thing for me as well, being Congolese. Of course, my parents would love me to speak more. I do understand 90% of it, and I don't speak anymore. I can.
That's me.
I just refuse. Lingala.
Lingala.
I refuse to speak it because they make fun of my accent. But
literally, that's what
you gotta just push
right
through
now.
it.
Yeah, I gotta push through it for sure. But it's the same thing though. Of and they also find themselves it's not sad, but sometimes frustrated as well when they see that you do have to balance both, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll say, hey, listen, this is our tradition. We do this. I respect it and I love it. And they'll come with me or something. I'm like, we can't do that here because of this. And you're turning your back on culture. I'm like, no, I have to adapt because of X, Y, Z. You know?
And I kind of get it. I get frustrated too, because the fact that I didn't learn the language when I was younger, mainly because of them, I blame them a little bit.
Not you blaming.
But then they'll come and turn back now and be like, why don't you know your language? Why don't you know your culture? Why don't you I know my culture now, but there was a time where you guys left me at daycare, bro. That's all I learned, right? Because another thing is that when they're coming to the country, they're just working constantly, right? My dad had 2 jobs. My mom had a job, but then she was taking care of my sister as well, and all I was left with is school.
Lessons? Yeah,
exactly.
For lessons, yeah.
Exactly. So then when they're turning around saying why don't you know your language? I'm like, y'all didn't try. You didn't speak it in the house.
My parents did a cool trick where my mom talked to us in French and then my dad talked to us in English.
Really?
So it's like, so before school, like we kind of already knew, you know what I mean? About like, we didn't learn English officially until like grade 4,
right?
but we still kind of knew. And then they also spoke Lingala at the house as well. So that's how I picked up on it. But my little sister is not very fluent in Lingala. My older sisters are. So it's almost like it's a weird thing. I just kind of the brain is so interesting because I'm able to understand that way. I see a lot of
parents doing that right now on TikTok. We're like
super needed.
Oh, a French mom, Spanish dad. They only speak their languages to them, and then but when they're outside, it's only English. And it's like, bro, that is such a dope opportunity. Like you don't even need to work hard. Like right now as an adult, you need to work hard to learn another language.
For sure.
I know.
As a kid, you just
absorb.
Okay, that is what it is. Like I don't even know how that works.
For real,
I've tried to wrap my head around how a child can learn 3 languages as a child, and I really cannot compete.
They're not thinking about much else. They have the brain capacity for it. That's why.
It's that, but it's also like, how do you learn language? You know what I mean? It's very visible, a lot of repetition, and it's like, like that crash course you needed as a kid. I almost feel like it's almost damn near impossible as an adult unless you've been training your mind in that way.
Your brain is so much more malleable. Am I pronouncing that word correctly?
Yeah, no.
You guys be attacking me. Shit. ESL. I'm kidding. But it is like
I'm so jealous of polyglots for that reason.
Oh my god, I love watching those
polyglots
videos.
Polyglots are people who can speak like 5 or more languages, and they usually make YouTube videos with a hidden camera. And
you see those too, like the meta glasses or whatever.
Dog, there's this black guy, and I love when it's a black person specifically. That's the best content you're gonna get because everybody else they kind of go, I guess you could have learned it. But when it's a black person, they go,
you
like a different level of surprise.
Yo, such a level of respect. There's this one guy.
Is it respect though? I think that's kind of racist though.
You know, it
is. There's a little microaggression.
It's like you're so well spoken on crack.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like wow, you learned to speak multiple languages.
Yeah.
Incredible.
But they will be shocked. They will be shocked when a white person or anybody else.
Yeah.
But it's a different reason.
Bro, we've seen the video.
It's like you got so much going on. Why are you with us? It's the complete opposite. And so there's this one guy. I cannot remember his name. I'm trying to remember his name. It was like something Asian. It was like Laotian rat or something like that. And he would go around like people, especially there was 2 people came to his house. They were like salesmen or whatever. Both different races. One was Indian, one was Russian.
Yeah.
And he spoke to both of them, and they were like, the girl's crying, like. Could not believe. She's like, I've never
crying.
She's like, I've never seen anybody outside of my race take the time to even learn. Because the thing with polyglots, they don't just learn the language.
Yeah.
They learn the dialects for each town.
Yeah.
So like, there's certain mans who can go around a certain group of like Asian men and be like, oh, I know which town this is, and tap into that specific dialect of the language.
Yeah.
And so when people see that, is the appreciation is that much deeper because it's like, oh, you didn't just learn like Mandarin, you learned my Mandarin. And it's like when you see a black person do it, especially, I think it's a mix of the whole intelligence things, but also where'd you get the opportunity?
Right.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Where did you get the opportunity? How? Because they always go, where did you learn that?
Yeah.
Not assume. And he is always like, I lived in China for a couple years. They're like, that wasn't their first thought. Because how would he have gotten the opportunity to live in China?
They let you in, not
low key though, low key. You know who else does that? Soccer players too. Soccer players are really good at that because they move from club to club, right? So a lot of times they're gonna know a lot of these different languages, and it's like sick. I always wonder like what language are they communicating in on the field?
Basketball players too, international basketball players. They'll come back and know German. They'll know,
I'll listen. I'll like. This recently happened. But like, do you ever listen to or watch like soccer players? I like Mbappe or like Neymar, and I'm expecting him to speak English, not realizing this guy's like from Brazil or like this guy's from France or whatever.
I love it. I love that they don't even try.
Yeah, they're not like, even a little.
You're gonna listen to what I have to say.
Yeah.
I make way too much
Messi
money. I make way. Messi, I heard him say hi.
He's in Miami too.
There's literally viral videos going around of Messi saying like 2 words in English, and they're like, he knows English now.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Yeah.
This guy learned.
Oh my god!
What do you think he wants?
But so going back to the culture, like the different cultures. So right now the city doesn't have a monoculture. Like it doesn't have a singular culture.
Yeah.
How do we? Because I know you mentioned that like the new generation, we're kind of growing up. We're interacting a lot more.
Yeah.
A lot of those like preconceived notions, whatever, they're kind of fallen with our parents.
Yeah.
So what is the culture? What is our culture right now? What are we gonna build? Because I feel like we still need that to be able to start working together and actually grow into what
I think what the UK is doing is like a good indicator, good place to look at, because I feel like they're so far ahead of us in terms of just everything to do with blackness there.
Yeah.
And specifically the black media space, like they are light years ahead.
Yeah.
And there's a certain just level of understanding of everyone's cultures that I don't see as prevalent here. Like there's an understanding, I think, but like there's still a like very much a divide almost. Like everyone's staying in their pockets.
Yeah.
Here, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Whereas in the UK, I've been there a couple times and like it's very much mix and mingle. Everybody knows what everybody's language is and what time it is. And granted, I'm a visitor, so maybe I'm just getting the visitor's perspective.
I see it on YouTube, so like at least like the people I follow, like Foot Asylum and all those guys.
Yeah, like Sidemen, Foot Asylum. Like look at the mix of cultures that you would never like. You don't really hear about it. Like it's not like it's not a focus for them. You know what I mean?
And if it is, they're usually just clowning on each other.
Yeah, if it comes up as a clowning thing, but it's like also like an education thing for the most part. Like Philly learning about the Muslim religion through Harry and Chunks. Two completely different cultures that can teach him from two different perspectives. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I don't see that here.
No.
Yeah.
I don't
like,
see that
this
here.
is kind of like what's happening right now.
You see what I'm saying? Like I don't see that here. So it's like when you see stuff like that, it gives me hope for like what can come, because I feel like everything's a circle.
Yeah.
Of course.
There's gonna be a generation that doesn't give a
Yeah.
right? Like it's just what it is. You can't help that. But then there's gonna be a generation or a sect of that generation that gives a way more than even the people that were here before. So like you have people like DJ Rennie who's doing like a Widea party series, and that like wouldn't have even been a name we would have thought of making a party, because like we've been like, nah, nobody would understand it. And but we've ran through the Jamaican party and there's a frog bach, dirty wine, Galarama. Like we've gone through all the surface level, easy to choose Jamaican shit. Where it's like now we can get entrenched, like real Jamaican sayings, and make that the brand.
Yeah.
We there. Everybody knows I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I think with more generations and more time and more understanding and more people doing successful things in different races or communities or whatever, you're gonna see that level of understanding be shared more. Yeah.
Okay. And sorry, do you have a question?
No, I was just gonna say, now that we've kind of done this crossover episode now, I feel like we might be paving the way for a future opportunity, you know, for other, like there are a couple of Toronto podcasts. Yeah. Even though we've all kind of kept, it's like a mutual respect from a distance.
Absolutely, yeah.
But now that we've opened this door, I feel like we should just keep the momentum going.
100%. That's the goal of this whole thing too.
Yeah. Like I've seen your stand-up comedy stuff, and obviously
December 19th. Stack
Market.
Pull up.
We might be going to Africa, but we'll
the rest of y'all.
The rest of you guys, make sure you're there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I definitely think we should continue to push that like
at the forefront.
Yeah, like whether we do events and we do collaborations in person, because that's another thing that we're lacking in big time. In-person events. I'm looking at us first, because
we did one, like, was it a year ago?
It's a year ago now.
It was successful.
It was really successful.
But like I don't even think we were expecting anything from it. I was like, maybe 20 people will show up. Our cousins, you know?
Yeah.
And then there are a bunch of, like, it's so interesting to see the people that actually listen to you.
Right?
You're like, oh, you
who your community is.
Yeah,
you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. And it's dope because, like, you don't realize that, like, everybody that's listening to you on a regular basis could be your homie. Because like they relate to you. That's why they're listening. You know what I mean? Like so all these people feel like friends. Like
100%.
We all have like-minded interests and like we dabble in the same thing. So it's like when you bring that community together to like meet and mingle, like there are people who have been listening to a pod since the first year and 8 years later they're dating somebody that was also listening to the pod that they met at a live show or whatever. So it's like that happens all the time, and it's dope to see. So that definitely in-person events, you guys need to do more. We're doing more. Every quarter we're gonna have a live show.
Oh really?
Next year, yeah.
Y'all got one coming up now?
No, we haven't planned it yet.
Oh, okay.
I think the first one would probably be like our anniversary. Our anniversary is April 1st.
Is it ours?
Ours is April, like.
Huh?
I thought it was Feb for some reason.
No, April 1st. I dropped to April Fool's Day. I always remember. I thought people, I was like, is this a bad day to drop it because people aren't gonna believe that I'm actually
you're
doing
not
this?
actually doing it.
But I'm like, nah, maybe they'll check to see if I'm actually doing it, and that'll get the numbers, and it worked. And
but you posted more than one episode, no?
3 episodes, first day.
Crazy.
And, it jumped up, and I didn't know how Apple Podcasts' charts work. Yeah. So I was number 1, 2, and 3, and I'm like,
Crazy.
I ran this shit, and then I was just like, I realized after like a couple weeks, I'm like, oh, anytime I post, I'm number 1. That can't be right.
Okay, so how does it work then? I don't even know.
It's just a timing thing.
Oh, okay,
it's
I
just
see.
a timing thing. Yeah.
It's like if you get it right on a Friday.
If
when
people are,
whatever
people are listening to most at that exact second can be.
Really?
You know what I mean? And
you gotta keep remember that.
Joe hasn't posted anything in a week.
Yeah.
And I'm posting on that 7th or 6th day or whatever. Yeah. That doesn't mean I'm better than Joe Rogan's podcast. It just means that right now a lot of people are listening to you and like not him.
Fair.
And last thing I was gonna say is like I think you've probably noticed this, or both of you guys probably noticed this, like the audiences are changing because like for us when it comes to stand-up comedy specifically, like we weren't really into stand-up comedy like that until on our early days of podcast we had Hassan on.
Yep.
And he introduced us to the comedy world. And then I already knew about you then, but then I, of course, hearing from the podcast, like you were doing stand-up for the first time. That was the first time I saw you do stand-up at one of his shows. It was like in the middle of winter. And like the
I know exactly where it was. I know. And you had to walk through a factory. Like,
exactly, right? So like...
I bombed crazy.
How long did you do?
I thought you were funny.
Well, I didn't bomb. Maybe you guys came the second night.
Yeah.
There was 2 nights.
There was. Yeah, you're right.
And the first night, I went up there, jokes and new jokes. And
I was like, you're seeing like...
Wait, to a Muslim crowd?
This ain't the crowd. This ain't the crowd for that.
Brother.
No one warned you?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
That's what I was going to ask you about.
My first indicator should have been, there's no alcohol here.
Yeah.
Oh.
That should have been my first indicator. But I was just like, get the jokes out.
But I was going to ask you about that. Like, you guys notice with the changing audiences, like some of your content might have to shift, or not shift, but you're like, you got to play to certain audiences, or you notice that like now Muslims are coming in.
I think the older I get, at least, like I
care less.
That, but also in terms of like it doesn't hit the same anymore. Like when you're younger on a mic, you're like, oh, I'm gonna say this thing, it's salacious. Now it's like I don't care to do that anymore. Like, I have a record of that. You know what I mean? So now like I'll still make the freaky jokes, but it'll be a bit more sophisticated. You know what I mean? But I think
sophisticated freak.
Of course, man.
Freaky ass nigga.
Suit with no shirt under.
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I think it's like you can't really cater too much to the audience because like you're just a slave to them. You know what I mean?
That's true.
50 Shades of Congo is crazy.
You're sick. You're sick. A multicolor suit. That's fire.
This guy. Oh my god. But it hasn't. But I'm guessing you're similar answer. Like your content hasn't changed as much.
Yeah, no, I don't change.
You're still going for
people.
it. Yeah.
Whatever they hear is what they hear.
He's a comic, man.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's a comic. His job is gonna be to irritate you.
Exactly.
It's not irritate. It's just
it
push
is.
where's the line?
Exactly.
You know where the line is.
No, you tested it.
I've
seen a couple. I've seen you
multiple times.
Now I do it like when I did that show.
Yeah.
I didn't have as many jokes and not enough to fall back on clean wise.
Yeah.
So I was just like, they gonna get with it. But now I have enough where I can, and I know my material enough to edit.
Yeah.
So like there's certain jokes I'll only do half the joke because I know the second half, not this room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, like I did a joke. I did 2 headlining nights in St. Catharines last week.
Oh, nice.
And it was the medium age was I want to say 65.
Damn.
Wow.
Old, white.
Crazy.
Okay.
And there was 3 black women in the back out of 70 people, right?
Oh my
Why
god.
are we in the back?
I know.
I hate that for us. Yeah.
Well, let's not act like black people don't like sitting in the back.
That's true.
I'm the king of doing that
We
too.
need
I
to
can't
stop
say-
doing
And
that.
honestly, were they on
Black
time?
people don't want to be in the mix.
You're right.
You know what I mean? And close to the exits. But yeah, so I went up there and there's like certain jokes that I have that I'm like, okay, I need to do some jokes for those 3 women back there.
Right.
But I also need to make sure that I'm not alienating the 70 other people here. And so like there's certain like a joke I have called World War where I talk about North American men not being built for war. Like there's the sassiest generation of niggas of all time,
Such a
right?
good joke.
And I usually go into like a bunch of Gen Z talks to like play up the joke more. But I just cut it there.
Oh, you didn't even mention
Just cut it there. I even go into it. That's the main part of the joke. Like that's
That's what I'm saying.
his favorite part because he added a line.
Say it on camera. I did. Every time he does it, I'm like, I did.
You had a tag for him?
I did,
I added more to it too. Like,
but I've seen you do it. It's so good every time.
Yeah. So it's like certain things you just got to know when to edit and just read the room. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. If I had one wish for the world, I think everything starts at reading the room.
Oh,
everything in life, like it boils down to reading the room.
But sometimes when it gets cringy in the room, I kind of like it. I don't know.
No.
I like it when it's a comedian. That's not me. I love watching it. Oh, I love watching it get awkward.
I love it.
Especially when it's like jokes that I'm like, these are over the line.
Yeah.
It's funny that you're going for it.
I love
like,
that.
I'm not laughing at the joke. I'm laughing that you're going for it and how badly it's
I love
taken
that.
off.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Were you at that one comedy show at Half Note? That one guy that dressed up, and it was
What?
just very, very awkward.
Dressed up like what?
He was wearing like, it was like Halloween weekend, I think, or like right before Halloween. I forgot what he was wearing.
You know the joke?
No.
We're supposed to do a live show that weekend at Half Note.
I remember. I saw.
It was there. Yeah.
I was supposed to.
Crazy.
Oh my God,
do a live
yeah.
show.
Weren't you on the flyer?
I was in that, but I had I was in a comedy competition and got into the finals.
Okay, that's what happened.
And
Yeah.
so like the finals were overlap, and if I
was a
missed
hectic
that
week.
any day, then I would have been out.
What outfit? What outfit
was
was
wearing?
it?
I forgot what he was wearing, but I felt bad for him. I was like, this is so like.
Was he playing into the outfit like as a character?
No, it was no explanation. He just showed up.
Oh no!
It's
And we were
Halloween night. What are you talking
No,
about?
Yeah, but
okay,
you have
but
to
the crowd
address
was
it.
mostly Muslim.
Okay.
No
You know-
one else dressed up.
You gotta address
Halloween
it.
night
You gotta
still.
address it.
So he just showed up and we were like, okay.
Nigga showed up as a tampon.
Oof.
No,
I would have been fun. I would have been laughing. For me,
know.
comedy's comedy. Like I will accept it
Yeah.
from anyone, bro. I'm
no,
telling you.
I don't even remember what, like he was trying to like continue the joke and no one was getting it. I'm like, oh my God.
You gotta follow through. That's what it is, man.
Well, the audience can smell fear as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If your
100%.
joke don't hit,
Yeah.
and they see in your eyes that you recognize it didn't hit,
Your eyes get
and
like
then
this.
you don't acknowledge that it didn't hit.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Just keep
It's
moving
over
like
for
you're doing
Like
that.
the least you could do is go, yeah, that was shit. I agree, and just move on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't acknowledge it, they're gonna be like, oh, he thinks this is good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then they start getting sad for you.
Yeah.
Ooh, nothing worse than a pity laugh. Like, come on.
Oh, that's
Oh my
me.
God, yo! I've seen a comedian be on stage and a woman go, "You got this." I said, "Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'd
nah.
leave the stage.
I will off myself on stage.
I'll Chris Rock."
Like, yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. But still, thank you again, guys, for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Of
Yeah,
course,
thanks for having
like
us.
the opportunity is crazy.
Thank you.
Especially
know.
like extra gravy after listening literally from episode 1.
Thank you, bro.
Like,
Crazy.
Amir's fanboying right now. I
Okay.
love to see it. I love it. I
yeah.
love it.
Even the awkward thing is that like I've seen you at a couple shows,
Yeah.
but I'm the type of person not just like
Same.
go up. Yeah,
I'm like that
see,
too.
I'm super.
I
I
awkward.
respect it.
I
Yeah,
feel
you already know, bro.
Leave me alone.
You're so cool about it. I was like,
Yeah.
hi, yeah, we like your podcast. We should collab one day. He was
You
like,
can't
yeah,
be
no
too
problem.
you can't be too as a man. You can't be too excited.
Exactly.
Can't be
Okay,
too
I did it
excited.
for
You ever
you.
seen a guy run full speed that you like? It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's actually
Why are you
yeah.
at max speed?
I know.
That's
I know.
crazy. What in life requires?
That-
You're not in danger. You're
I
just at
know.
max speed.
I
Either
know.
that, I saw this girl. I'm sorry, I'm making it a bit longer.
No,
I
no,
saw this
sorry,
girl
go
say,
ahead.
she said this thing of like, do you like this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is how you figure it out. If he were happy about something and he was in front of you and he just did a full split in front of you, how would you react? If you got the ick, you don't like him. And I'm like,
that's
what?
Every girl getting the ick of
Why
any
the
guy.
A
hell
full
would you-
split like that?
Any guy
That is
Why
so
is giving a
good.
girl the ick.
Yeah.
He's just
that's-
happy. He's
Why
doing
is that the
splits.
basis?
Nah.
Yeah,
I don't
right?
know, but
Like,
that-
why the
That's the
splits?
foundation of your relationship. A split.
That video killed me, bro. I was like, what? It's just
crazy.
nuts.
For me, it's how someone holds their bag. If they've got that one shoulder going off and they got one on, you guys
Oh
ever
my
seen
God.
that?
Oh, I hate
So
that.
walking it or someone.
I hate that with jackets.
Yeah,
jacket-
the jacket.
Oh,
ultra-
jackets.
The-
The
yeah.
kids are doing this
Yeah.
thing
Yeah,
where they
I
walk,
can't.
and it's just like,
I did that.
fashion.
No.
Or your
I did
hood
that.
is like unzipped.
Of course you did. Hipster ass.
You did that?
I was at the club just, being serious.
Oh God, he's such a performative male. He's
And
the
I did
type
it-
that would be on the subway with a book.
Oh, I did it before it was trendy, bro.
48 Laws of Power.
Exactly.
The Alchemist. Nigga books, man. I hate nigga
All that
books.
stuff, man.
Oh my god. But yeah, guys. Again, thank you again for coming on the podcast,
man.
Make sure to follow them, guys.
Oh yeah.
Extra Gravy Podcast.
Follow his cousins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Extra Gravy.
All the
Is that
cousins.
what your
RTM
fans
pod
called?
Yeah.
Cousins, basically.
Cousins.
Cousins.
Oh shit.
See, God,
Studios
get out.
follow
Yeah. It's time. It's time.
Also follow ROTM pod.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave that out.
I'll link it all. Don't worry. I got
We're
you.
gonna leave that out.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't
time.
let you do that, so you know I gotta make sure you get in there.
It's honestly it's a nice ongoing joke because like the episode he wasn't there and I had the bag on the thing. Too funny.
I was livid.
Oh god.
I was so mad.
Oh my god. But yeah, again, for us specifically, you can also follow us at Cousin Connection Pod on all our platforms. Subscribe to the channel. You know, pushing that. If you have any comments or concerns about this podcast,
So see me.
leave it out there. And yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.